Hello, my classy ladies. Some people are noticed immediately. Others are remembered long after they leave. Silent attraction does not announce itself. It does not seek validation. It does not try to be impressive. It settles into a room quietly and changes the atmosphere without effort. Unforgettable presence is not built through loud confidence, dramatic gestures, or constant self-expression. It is built through restraint, consistency, and inner alignment. In a world that rewards visibility, the most powerful form of attraction is subtlety. Silently attractive women are not performing. They are not trying to be interesting. They are simply rooted in their bodies, their values, and their rhythm. This rootedness creates calm, and calm draws attention naturally. These 8 habits are not tricks. They are not techniques. They are ways of living that slowly, quietly reshape how others experience you without you ever needing to explain yourself. When practiced consistently, they do not just make you attractive, they make you memorable. Let us begin with the habit that changes everything. Habit 1. Move and speak with unrushed intention. One of the most quietly attractive habits is the refusal to rush. Silently attractive women do not move quickly unless necessary. They do not fill silence out of discomfort. They do not hurry their words to be understood. They allow space. This does not come from laziness. It comes from self-trust. When movement is unhurried, the body looks grounded. Gestures become deliberate. Posture settles. Even simple actions, walking, sitting, reaching, feel intentional rather than reactive. The same applies to speech. Words are chosen carefully. Sentences are finished. Pauses are allowed. Silence is not feared. This creates a sense of weight behind what is said, and weight makes people listen. Rushing communicates anxiety. Slowness communicates certainty. This habit alone changes how presence is perceived. When you move and speak with intention, you signal that you are not chasing attention. You are comfortable occupying space. This comfort is deeply attractive because it is rare. Unrushed intention also regulates the nervous system. When the body is calm, facial expression softens, the eyes look clearer, the voice steadies. All of this happens naturally, without effort. By slowing down, you stop performing. And when performance stops, authenticity becomes visible. This is why silently attractive women are often described as calm, grounded, or composed. Not because they are trying to be, but because they are not fighting the moment. Habit 1 is simple, but profound. Slow your movement. Finish your sentences. Allow silence. Everything else builds from here. Habit 2. Practice emotional self-containment. One of the most silently attractive habits is emotional self-containment. This does not mean emotional coldness. It does not mean suppression. It means regulation. Silently attractive women do not spill their inner world into every space they enter. They do not process emotions publicly by default. They choose when, where, and with whom they open. This selectivity creates depth. When emotions are held with care rather than released impulsively, presence feels grounded. Others sense that there is an inner life, but it is not constantly on display. This restraint invites curiosity without demanding attention. Emotional self-containment is rooted in self-trust. It signals that you can sit with your feelings without needing immediate validation or reaction. This steadiness is calming. Calm is magnetic. When someone is emotionally regulated, their face remains composed even during conversation. Their tone stays measured. Their reactions feel proportionate rather than heightened. This proportionality makes interactions feel safe and balanced. Safety is attractive. Self-containment also protects energy. When emotions are not constantly externalized, the nervous system stays regulated. This regulation shows in posture, voice, and expression. Silently attractive women are not unfeeling. They are self-held. They do not overshare. They do not dramatize. They do not rush to explain themselves. They allow space between feeling and expression. That space creates elegance. This habit also allows deeper connections to form over time. When emotions are revealed gradually and intentionally, they carry more weight. Nothing feels forced. Nothing feels performative. By 2026, attraction rooted in emotional discipline feels rare and deeply compelling. In a world of constant expression, restraint feels powerful. When you hold yourself emotionally, others feel your stability before they hear your story. And that stability makes you unforgettable. Habit 3. Be consistent in how you show up. One of the most quietly attractive habits is consistency. Silently attractive women are not unpredictable. They do not shift personalities depending on the room. They do not oscillate between intensity and withdrawal. Their energy remains steady. This steadiness creates trust. When someone knows what to expect from you, your tone, your boundaries, your presence, they relax. That relaxation makes interactions feel safe, grounded, and memorable. Consistency is often misunderstood as boring. In reality, inconsistency creates anxiety. Anxiety repels. Calm attracts. When behavior is consistent, others stop scanning for changes. They stop bracing. They stop trying to read between the lines. Instead, they settle into the interaction. This settling is powerful. Consistency also reflects self-knowledge. It signals that you know who you are and do not need to adjust yourself constantly to be accepted. This quiet self-assurance is deeply attractive. Silently attractive women do not perform different versions of themselves. They bring the same grounded presence everywhere. This does not mean rigidity. It means integrity. Integrity is attractive because it feels solid. When actions align with words, when reactions align with values, and when presence aligns with intention, people remember you. Not because you stood out, but because you felt reliable. Reliability is rare. Consistency also regulates your own nervous system. When you show up the same way repeatedly, your body feels safe. Safety softens the face, steadies the voice, and relaxes movement. This internal calm becomes visible. By 2026, attraction rooted in consistency feels deeply mature. It suggests emotional stability, clarity, and self-respect. Silently attractive women are not exciting in bursts. They are compelling over time. And that is what makes them unforgettable. Habit 4. Listen fully without preparing to respond. One of the most silently attractive habits is full presence in listening. Silently attractive women do not listen in order to reply. They listen in order to understand. This distinction is subtle, but it changes everything. When someone feels truly listened to, they feel seen without being examined. There is no rush to fill space, no interruption, no subtle competition for attention. The moment is allowed to unfold naturally. This creates depth. Listening without preparing a response requires inner stillness. It means the mind is not rehearsing, correcting, or anticipating. It is simply present. That presence is felt immediately. People relax around it. Silently attractive women do not dominate conversations. They do not try to steer them. They allow others to finish their thoughts completely. This patience signals confidence. It suggests there is no urgency to prove intelligence, relevance, or worth. Urgency repels. Ease attracts. This habit also changes facial expression. When the mind is not racing, the face softens. Eye contact becomes steady, rather than intense. The body leans in slightly, not to perform interest, but because attention is genuinely there. That genuine attention is rare. Listening fully also creates mystery. When you do not rush to speak, others naturally become more curious about you. Silence creates space. Space invites interest. This is not a technique. It is a state. Silently attractive women are comfortable not being the loudest presence in the room. They trust that their presence is felt even when they are quiet. By 2026, attraction is no longer about being impressive. It is about being attuned. When you listen fully, you signal emotional maturity. You show that you are grounded enough to hold another person's words without absorbing or reacting to them. This grounded attention makes interactions feel meaningful rather than transactional. People remember how they felt when they spoke to you. And when they felt understood, they remember you. Habit 5. Live by clear standards without announcing them. One of the most silently attractive habits is having clear personal standards and not explaining them. Silently attractive women do not advertise their boundaries. They do not justify their choices. They do not negotiate their values out loud. They simply live by them. This creates quiet authority. When standards are internalized rather than performed, they shape behavior naturally. Decisions feel calm. Responses feel measured. There is no defensiveness, no need to convince, no emotional charge. Others sense this immediately. Clear standards show up in small ways. In what you tolerate, in how you spend your time, in what you engage with, and what you quietly step away from. There is no drama around these choices. They are not framed as rules. They are simply how life is lived. This steadiness is deeply attractive. When someone does not over-explain themselves, it signals self-trust. It suggests that approval is not required for alignment. This independence creates respect without effort. Silently attractive women do not correct others. They adjust their proximity. They understand that standards are not enforced through confrontation, but through consistency. When behavior does not align, they disengage calmly. No explanation, no emotional display, just clarity. This clarity creates presence. Living by standards also regulates the nervous system. When you are not constantly compromising or overextending, the body relaxes. The face softens, the voice steadies. This internal coherence becomes visible. By 2026, attraction rooted in self-respect feels unmistakable. It is not rigid. It is not cold. It is quietly firm. Silently attractive women do not need to say who they are. Their choices reveal it. And because those choices are consistent, others remember them. Habit 6. Respond calmly, instead of reacting emotionally. One of the most silently attractive habits is emotional restraint in moments of tension. Silently attractive women do not react immediately. They pause. This pause is not suppression. It is discernment. When something unexpected, uncomfortable, or challenging occurs, they allow a moment of stillness before responding. This stillness creates authority. It signals that emotions are felt, but not allowed to take control. Calm responses carry weight. When reactions are measured, words land more clearly. Tone remains steady. The body stays relaxed. This composure transforms how situations unfold often, softening them without effort. Emotional reactivity, on the other hand, creates noise. It escalates. It pulls attention away from the issue and toward the emotional display. Silently attractive women understand that intensity rarely creates clarity. Clarity is attractive. This habit also preserves dignity. When you do not react impulsively, you remain aligned with your values. You do not say things you need to retract. You do not expose vulnerability in unsafe moments. You remain self-held. Self-held presence is memorable. Calm responses also regulate the nervous system. When the body is not thrown into fight or flight, facial expression stays soft, breathing remains even, the voice stays grounded. All of this communicates emotional maturity. By 2026, attraction rooted in regulation feels deeply compelling. It suggests inner strength without force. Silently attractive women are not unfeeling. They are intentional. They choose when to engage and how deeply. They do not allow every moment to pull them out of themselves. This restraint creates depth. Depth creates memorability. When you respond calmly, others feel your stability before they process your words. And stability leaves a lasting impression. Habit 7. Be comfortable with solitude. One of the most silently attractive habits is comfort with one's own company. Silently, attractive women are not constantly seeking stimulation, validation, or distraction. They are at ease being alone. This ease creates an internal fullness that is immediately felt by others. When someone is comfortable with solitude, their presence feels complete. There is no urgency, no grasping, no subtle request to be filled by external attention. This self-sufficiency is deeply magnetic. Comfort with solitude shows in behavior. There is no rush to fill silence, no anxiety in empty moments. Time alone is not treated as something to escape, but as something to inhabit. This habit creates depth. When a woman is at ease alone, her interactions feel chosen rather than needed. Conversations feel intentional. Connections feel grounded. Nothing feels desperate or performative. Solitude also sharpens self-awareness. Time spent alone allows thoughts to settle, emotions to be processed privately, and values to be clarified. This inner clarity shows in how decisions are made and how boundaries are held. Clarity is attractive because it feels stable. Silently attractive women do not fear being misunderstood in every moment. They trust that those who matter will understand them over time. This trust removes pressure, and pressure is what often makes presence feel heavy. By 2026, attraction rooted in self-sufficiency feels rare and compelling. A woman who enjoys her own company moves differently. She is not scanning rooms. She is not adjusting herself constantly. She is simply present. That presence feels grounded. And grounded presence is unforgettable. Habit 8. Leave space instead of trying to be remembered. The final silently attractive habit is perhaps the most counterintuitive. Silently attractive women do not try to be unforgettable. They leave space. They do not over-explain. They do not overstay. They do not exhaust a moment by filling it completely. They understand that what lingers is not what is fully revealed, but what is felt and unfinished. Leaving space does not mean withholding. It means knowing when enough has been said, when enough has been shared, when presence has already done its work. This restraint creates resonance. When interactions are not saturated, they continue internally. Thoughts return, feelings echo. The impression deepens quietly, rather than fading quickly. Silently attractive women trust this process. They do not chase closure in every exchange. They allow conversations to end naturally. They allow silence to remain. They allow others to carry the moment forward on their own. This creates memorability without effort. Leaving space also reflects confidence. It signals that you do not need to secure your place in someone's mind. You trust that if your presence mattered, it will be remembered. This trust removes pressure, and pressure is what often makes interactions feel heavy or forgettable. By 2026, attraction rooted in restraint feels profoundly elegant. In a culture of constant visibility, choosing not to fill every space feels powerful. Silently attractive women understand that presence does not need to linger loudly to endure. It settles quietly. And what settles quietly often stays the longest. Unforgettable presence is not created through performance. It is created through alignment, through moving without rush, through holding emotions with care, through consistency, listening, standards, calm responses, comfort with solitude, and the wisdom to leave space. Each of these habits removes noise, and when noise is removed, something essential becomes visible. Stillness, depth, clarity. Silently attractive women are not trying to be admired. They are inhabiting themselves fully. This inhabiting creates gravity. People feel it before they understand it. This is why silent attraction lasts. It does not spike and disappear. It settles and remains. When you stop trying to be unforgettable, you become exactly that. Because what is real, regulated, and grounded does not need to announce itself. It is recognized intuitively. As you move through your life, remember that attraction is not about drawing attention. It is about holding presence. And presence, when lived quietly and consistently, leaves an imprint that time does not erase. Thank you for watching. And as always, stay classy.